Good morning and welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host and stroke survivor, Jerry Wald. And for those of you that are new here, I started doing this show, um, I don't know, 6 years ago or so, and to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury. Also provide a platform for survivors to share their journeys from across the world, and also bringing on experts in brain health so they can share their knowledge for us to learn more and some other people that come on. But anyway, there is a little issue this morning. Kathleen, I believe, is having some technical issues. So I will talk about things that are going on. And if you haven't gone on to my YouTube page and subscribe, please do. Let's Talk Stroke and hit the notification button so then you'll know when I'm live. So let's go ahead and get started, and we will have a great time and interact with you guys. All right, all right. Oh, that's funny, isn't it? All right, all right, all right. Chris, nice to see you guys. Serena, host, that's me. And Kevin, good to see you guys. I appreciate you popping in here and just join in and feel free. Kathleen is having some uh, technical, we'll call it technical issues. So not sure if she'll be here or not, but it's okay. We still will go on and go through this. So maybe let's just talk about my personal stroke journey. If you're, 5 minute survivor, which I am, Brad, I see you. So, I'd like to know if there's a turning point in your journey as a stroke survivor. Do you have some victories, maybe some lessons learned, and was it? Um, when was it when you found out? Hey, Lynn, when you found out that there's a turning point in your recovery? Um, did it change your perspective on life? I know with me, it completely did. It changed, my um, outlook. Colette, nice to see you. Um, if I don't mention you names, sorry in advance, but I hope you guys are all having a great day. It is a Thursday here, and but anyway, are there common myths about stroke? You know, it, I know are there common myths, and there are. Some people say, "Oh, only old people have strokes," or recovery stops after what 6 months. Um, no, there's not. There's no. That's not true. I've been told. Good morning, hey Kevin. Yeah, Kathleen's having some technical issues, so I'll just kind of ramble on here about what I've learned about myself in stroke. Are there myths? I was told. I don't know if you guys have been went through this myth of well, you know, the elderly have strokes. That's what I actually thought, but not true. As you know, I've had people on that are, basically kids on the show sharing their journeys, and it's been, in the teens, on up to a lot older than that, in the about 80, 90 years old that I've had people on. So it does go across the board as far as strokes. So don't believe anything you hear about that. And have you been told that you've plateaued? Well, I have. It's probably, gosh, maybe I don't know how many months. It's probably about a year. One of my therapists, Jerry, you know, this when I was in the wheelchair and stuff. That was about a year after it. And she says, my OT said, Jerry, you need to just get used to how you are right now because this is it. You're not going to get any better because you rehab it and you, after 6 months to a year, you're not going to get any better. Well, guess what? I love this part. When I got back to, where did I go? Went back to my therapist, maybe about a year and a half, 2 years after, and I was walking. I walked in and I asked for her. She wasn't there. She wasn't there. So I ended up, she retired. So I couldn't tell her, look at me. Um, Trust me, I'm more than 14 years post stroke, and I'm still making gains. I mean, I I've seen so much um, improvement as you go back and look at, you think, God, I'm not improving in improving at all. And but then when you look back, take videos of yourself. And in the beginning, I didn't want to take videos. I kept thinking, this is, why am I do this? People can say, well, why are you taking videos of yourself? Well, now I do, just to see, wow, I have come far. Moving my hands. I mean, I was, I think, I don't know how many people were like that, but me now, open my hands, I'm shaking hands. I mean, it's pretty darn awesome when you think about it. How far has how far you come. So please take videos, um, post them on there, just to show, because I see a lot of people doing more and more of that. And I tell you, not only does it motivate me, I hope it motivates you guys to see, wow, sitting around does nothing. Um, so that's just a big misconception, that recovery only, well, it stops after 6 months. Wrong. So those are things that you, if you're a newbie kind of stroke survivor, brain injury survivor, please, don't believe that, and advocate for yourself. Um, Physical therapy, speech therapy, cognitive exercises. Um, you know, some people, well, not most people that have had a stroke, your income changes drastically. Well, good morning, Kelly. So it happens, for the most part. So can you afford to get these tools and apps out there? Well, I, a lot of people can't, but there are some tools you can. I mean, if you get on Amazon, bands. I use bands, and I'm looking over here, but they're like 3 pound weights. I mean, anything, and just walking. I've noticed a big thing in my walking, trying to get my gait, not swinging my leg out. So if you, I mean, go in the grocery store. Um, what I like is pushing the cart, putting, this is my weak side, so holding on to the cart and trying to get my um, get my gait, because typically, not to everyone, but typically, you swing your leg out, and that's something that I still do. But when I'm in the grocery store, I go off track here. Go after the gate, because otherwise I'm stepping on the wheel. And I don't know how many times I've had that, and I'm sure you guys have gone through that maybe at all. And so that's a big thing. I do that, walk around the grocery store, and that's what I do. And but that's one of the big things in the weights and the bands. And there's another thing. So just celebrate those little victories, because I'm telling you, you'll look back and say, wow, it made a big difference. I just, just it works for me. And also, how do we deal with, this is a big thing. A lot of people don't know. Well, I mean, if you're in the same shoes as I am, um, emotional and mental health after stroke. How do we deal with that? In the beginning, that's a big issue. And it still is. I mean, you just get, and what helps me, I'm just using my experiences, but what helps me is that how I cope with anxiety, depression, frustration. I mean, you know, I know I have some of these. I think we all do have these moments um, where I'm sitting around, and that's where it kind of gets me. Um, Michelle, nice to see you. What gets let's see. Okay, I'm gonna take a break from the looking here because so the emotional part of this is really how I deal with anxiety, depression, or frustration. A big thing. It's a big thing. So that's something that I really pay attention to. So how I handle it is I stay busy all the time. I mean, even sitting here talking to everybody, my stroke friends, my caregiver friends, anybody that has anything with a brain injury, it makes a big difference. Don't just sit around. You know, and caregivers, how do caregivers support mental health, mental well-being for survivors? That's a big thing too, because I don't want Jan, no, Robin, Jan, Musang, Kelly. I, thank you guys for being here. But anyway, that's a big thing. So support groups. I don't know how many people go to a support group. I was one of the ones that did not want to go at all to a support group. I always thought, I'm too young. I don't want to start talking. I didn't like support groups, but now I go to the support groups and I talk to them, because I know things do get better. You may not think so. You may not think that, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be sitting here and be depressed with all these people in here, but it's not like that. I'm telling you, I go and give them some talk. I talk about the stroke, what goes on with me, and I and the importance. I talk to them about the importance of mindfulness therapy um, in the support groups. It makes it. I mean, to me, it has really helped me out. And talking to people off, what do you call this, offline, I guess, like a Zoom or just a what's it called, just a we talk and just shoot the breeze. How's that? And we talk about, how you doing, what can I help you with, you know and so that's a big thing. And also, I always talk to them about stroke prevention and lifestyle changes. um, I have a friend who was on my show, and I'm telling you, he had a stroke, and awesome guy, awesome guy. If you, I won't say the name, but he was on my show. But he had a stroke, then he had a heart attack, and then he used to sneak sneak out of the hospital to smoke because I think um, he used to smoke so much, 3 packs a day. So he'd sneak out of the hospital in inpatient and start smoking again. And he had, I can't even tell you. Um, yes. Um, oh God, see, this is okay. How is everybody's what do you call that? Pay attention. You can't think or um, eh, I kind of get off track here. But anyway, so stroke prevention and lifestyle changes. What I do is, you have to say, how do I reduce the risk of another stroke? I'm telling you, I always thought I watched my diet and all that. Well, I didn't. When I was on the road, stop. I know I don't do it now, but I still can go for the bad food. But exercise, um, um, exercise. I don't do a lot of this, but people tell me meditation, meditation. I know I've done it before, and you have to do things that daily habits to improve your brain health, um, and recovery. Jerry, good to see you. Serena, focus. There you go. Oh, I mean, focus? Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, how did you find the courage to finally talk in support groups? Did, thank you, Jerry. That's a great question. What's funny is because that's a great question. I have to bring it up here, Jerry, because I know that's funny because okay, how did you find the courage to finally talk in support groups? That's a huge one because I was the one did not want to um, talk. I think some of you who have seen me say this, I'm tipping over here just because I used to hide behind people. Someone moves, I move because I didn't want to be called on. What do you think? Finally, some of the support groups I went to, no one was talking, and they were given misconceptions of what the exactly stroke. Do you improve in 6 months? No, I finally got the courage to open my mouth and start talking to them and tell them my situation, what I'm going through. And so now, after all this, um, uh, talking, when you're speaking so many people in, and it really helped me is these groups. So I finally got the courage to go over and go to the support groups. But what I first started was I emailed them because they always sent me emails. Okay, support group starts this, on Thursday at 4 o'clock. I don't know, whatever it is. So I went and I emailed them and said, okay, can I speak for a little bit? I've got some handouts that I've gained over the years, and I passed them out to some people. Well, everybody's in there because there's not a lot of people went to the support groups in the beginning. But then if you give them a good topic and tell them like your story, and maybe they can speak out. I know some focus, but I'm looking at Lindor. Yeah. So yes, I don't know if I answered the question, Jerry, but I finally now I'm the one that wants to get there, and I don't have more handouts, but I did. Um, but go there and let them know, because they're most of them are in there in the beginning are they can't really speak. They don't want to speak. They're kind of more embarrassed to speak. Um, but you go there and let them know, like I say, things do get better. I mean, it's a long journey. Good morning, Boyd. It's a long journey, but it's a well. I, some people want to know, am I going to get better like that? You don't want to burst their bubble, but you got to be honest with them. It's a lifelong journey. I mean, you have a stroke and look what it does. I mean, just like that, just kind of, mine was a hemorrhagic stroke, an ischemic stroke, maybe a TIA. But if you have a TIA, transient ischemic attack, that's kind of like, okay, you better do something to get your better to um, switch courses of maybe your health, your diet, and all that, just um, to get back on track. And I don't know if I made sense there. Listen, Lindora, thank you, Jerry. I still stay busy. This show gives me community and helps me feel better. I know. I appreciate that. It is. There's so many good comments, and please, ask questions. Feel free. I mean, my life. I don't know if you guys, but after my stroke, years after, my life's an open book. I mean, when you have your stroke, mine, I was 2.5 months or so in the hospital, inpatient. I mean, they're showering you, can't do anything, and finally say, oh, whatever. I mean, so you just have to go through all that. So if you're a newbie, feel free, uh, say some things, or if you want to, whatever. This is an open forum, I guess you would say. And Jan, you said we don't have any support. I don't think I can't. I think support groups around. Frustrating. Joining Mark Carter's poetry group was a lifesaver for me. Absolutely. I'm glad you did that one. You probably told me. I'm just okay. Had a stroke, but yeah, Mark Carter's he's stud. He's a great guy, isn't he? But what was the other one that I said here too? I let me look here real quick. What I said. Okay, so if you want to ask me questions, um, you know, see or if you want to be on the show and chat, um, I tell me some inspirational, because share some stories or any kind of inspirational moments that you've gone through, um, and how do you deal with um, if your family? How does your family, what do you call it? Talk about like family members and caregivers. They can often help. They can help you um, so much in the recovery in your daily life. I mean, walking. I mean, I look at the little things. We have a slope on the driveway. I can get up it, but going down, I have to hold on to somebody just because it's a little more difficult getting up and down the driveways or, you know. Um, and another one, the science of stroke recovery. Stroke recovery. Aphasia. I can't read right. I I don't really anymore. I really don't like reading. Um, it, I know I'm starting to play chess, and I'll tell you what, that's great for my cognitive. But okay, so the science of stroke recovery is um, let's talk about neuroplasticity, how the brain rewires itself after stroke. Um, well, it really does. It's amazing how this works because you've lost millions and millions of brain cells, and well, I have, and so there's so many things you can do. I mean, has anybody tried um, mirror therapy? I'm raising my hand because I have. Mirror therapy is just for me, it worked. There's a lot of things out there, man, may not work, but if you do it the right way, um, tr- try it. It really made a big difference for me. Mirror therapy helped. I don't have it anymore. My mirror therapy, I ordered it on Amazon, and then one of my grandkids were playing with it and broke it. So off it went, but I didn't order a new one. But that's okay. So if you haven't tried it, try it. It really did a great job with me. I mean, I'm not cured, but it still worked great for me. Um, you know, weights like walking around the house. I mean, I walk around. I do a lot. I mean, and that helps with what do you call it, depression and the frustration of this journey that we're on. Um, but so that's something I you gotta look at. And also there's other things in life that we can really learn from. Is this let's see here. I'm sorry. I know I got unfocused here. Yeah. Um, I stopped worrying about if I'm reading the message here. Thank you, Jan. I stopped worrying about no one caring if I recovered or not. My party did not. We started wanting to recover from me. Yeah, you've got it. You've got to do that, right? You've got to really advocate for yourself. Um, I know, Serena. That's right. Thank you for saying that. I should have mentioned that. Everything's on YouTube. I one hand. Okay, how am I going to fix the what do you call this? It's the dishwasher. It wasn't spinning. Those things were not spinning, so nothing really was cleaning. And YouTube, you YouTube it. I mean, I fixed it, because I'm thinking, oh, great, I don't want to. 4 or 5 years old, the house, and all of a sudden we have to do a dishwasher. Oh, I can't afford that. So I YouTubed it and figured it out. Woo! It worked. Something else I did too. There's two things. So I've told, well, Barb's already told me, you can do it yourself because I'm so used to after all these years of stroke is me not being able to do things. Well, you need to get off your tush, and then you can do it. So, but you're right. Never give up. And Christy, if I didn't say hi, who would see Jan? I know, yeah. Christy, nice to see you. And I love it. See, okay, so therapy is key to help our Heavenly Father continue to heal us. We're definitely on a very difficult road to recover. Not blah blah blah. Well, I just But anyway, thank you for saying that. It does take time, absolutely. And thank you for being here, and thank you for posting all your therapies that you're doing, Christy. I really enjoy them. It really motivates me. So there's a lot of things. Hey, Bon, nice to see you. Oh, I missed you there, but yeah, it's so many things. And me too. I love exercise. Okay, who has an issue? For me, I know I've been told this my entire stroke journey. Stretch. Oh my gosh, do I don't stretch enough. I mean, you know, I used to be able to just sit down. Oh, we used to be. That's probably the dumbest thing I've ever said is, oh, I used to be able to do this. Well, you could still do it if you just stick with it. I was told, and I don't know if anybody else has been told this, really, during our journey, I was told one of my therapists, and I love this therapist, um, you need to do this one exercise. You got to do it at least 3 times a day. Wow. So I'm back into it, and it makes a difference. The only thing I'm not doing is exercises. I'm stretching, not doing exercises. Stretching is very okay. I can't. I I have I have been doing a little bit of the stretching, but nothing like I should be doing it. And I'll tell you, um, yes, one of our stroke friends does wheelchair therapy, not in a wheelchair, but um, sitting yoga. And I tell you, and one of my therapists got me into it. Let me tell you, I noticed I got actually, what do you call it? I This is for me because I didn't really know. I thought yoga, you just sit there and just whatever. I was sweating after I think it was less than an hour of yoga. So she did wheelchair therapy. She did it for free on a big Zoom thing, and and um she just take donations. She did it for free, but it was a donation type thing. So we what do you call it? Venmo. Excuse me. Venmo. I mean, you could do it $2, $5, 40, whatever. But I haven't done that in a while, and I know Yvonne. Uh, um, Stretching is the most important thing. I know, and swimming. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I have what do you call this? Subluxation. So me, it's like my thing is clicking the whole time. Um, Angelia, nice to see you here. Um, so pairing the breathe while doing stretching is so important. So is length of time you stay in the stretch. You know, and the thing is, I should know better. I was in gymnastics for I don't even know how long all through high school, and we would spend hours for stretching. And oh my gosh, that was a big deal. Did so much stretching, and wrestling. I was a wrestler, and stretching too is so important. And thank you for saying that, just because it's a big deal. I know. I mean, why do I not know? I love it. Um, but I know I will do it more and more and more. The stretching. It's funny. I was in the middle of the night. I started cramping in my hamstring, so I started stretching just a little, and it's tough. Whose hamstrings are weak, like me, weak because of the stroke? Well, I think most people have, but there's so many different things you can do as exercise, which really makes a huge difference. So, um, what other exercises? Nice to be here, and I always say that, nice that you are here. I'm glad you are. Thank you for being here, by the way, and I really appreciate it. And if you haven't done it, there's a YouTube channel called Let's Talk Stroke. That's mine. So subscribe, hit the subscribe button there, and put the notification button on. Then you know it when I go live. Tuesday, Thursdays, um, 10 a.m. Central Time. So it's nice that you guys here. And for those of you that are new here to this page, thank you. I appreciate it. It really does make you feel, what do you call that? Feel welcomed. That we can share some experiences. Um, and So if you do want to be on my show to, share your journey, or even if you just want to chit chat on the show, I love it. And so, you know, I would love to have as many, buddy. I can put up to 10 people on at the same time. So if you ever want to be on, we can do a little team thing. I can put 10 people on, and it makes a difference. Let's see. Let's get together and talk about breathe after stroke. Yes, love to, love to, love. Did I just say subscribe to my channel? Wow. Okay. Let's see here. I appreciate it. There's so many things to talk about. Hey, Chris, what's up, man? Nice to see you out here. Appreciate it very much. Um, let's. I know you get a little. What do you call that? I get a little distracted. Does anybody else get distracted? Um, that well, it's something I happens. Sharing with the group for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys sharing this. And if you get something out of this, it's like having a guest on. I love having. I make sure I don't say the wrong thing, but everybody is so inspiring. If I can help one person, inspiring one person, then I feel that we did our job. Um, you too, my friend. You have a great day, Chris. Because it's just real close to time, but it's totally cool. And but thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Um, what else? Yeah. So I'd love to have a little few people on. Let's do it like a roundtable type thing. We did a show like that before, um, and we did a roundtable. It was awesome. Roundtable, and you tell us your idea, I tell you my idea, and learn things. Uh, I'm sorry, reading the comment here. Jan, take care, man. Man, take care. That's it. You help one person, you have done something good. That's right. And that's what it's about, right? Just if we can help one person, and then hopefully more than one. But we want to help at least one person to see it coming out. Thank you guys for being here. The more you work out, the muscles become shortened and cause spasticity. Yeah, interesting. See, like that. Yvonne, it'd be great. You get on other people. You share your knowledge there, and everybody else. So I do appreciate you being here, and we'll find out. I don't know what happened to Cathleen, but that's okay. Things happen. It's not a big deal. No, I really do appreciate you guys here. It makes a difference, and it just makes the world better in the stroke community. And if we can share our knowledge, I suggest support groups. I'm really big into that. At first, no, I wasn't. Now I'm totally into it. I'm totally into it. Um, I know how to work your nervous system. Yes, I appreciate that. So anybody want to send me a private message and they want to do this kind of like a round table, I can promote it, and then I don't think if I have it right here, but let's see. I don't know if it'll make a difference. No, that's not it. There's a lot of different things that I can do. I put all 10 people in different areas. Really cool. So anyway, let's see. If anybody wants to ask me a question, feel free. Colette, nice to see you. My high school friend from New York. So good to see you. You know, really is so good to see everybody here. Does really keep me motivated. So anyway, take care, you guys. I really appreciate it. And until next time, have a great weekend. It's going to be a nice weekend here. So have a great weekend. Long weekend. Well, no, it's Thursday today. So we will chat with you later. Feel free, remember, to reach out to me, and Let me know if you want to be part of that. All right? Take care, and we will see you next week, unless we talk to you.